Before empires rose, the sea waited. The Phoenicians saw what others could not. Mastery of waters meant mastery of the world.
From Tyre, ships sailed to the edges of the known world. Tin from Britain, ivory from Africa, glass from Egypt. The Phoenicians built the first global economy.
But the Phoenicians gave the world something greater than goods. 22 letters, the first true alphabet. The Greeks learned it and passed it to the Romans.
From Phoenicia's children rose a greater power, Carthage, mistress of the Western Mediterranean. Her shipyards built fleets that terrified Rome.
The Phoenician age would end, but their legacy endured. They had proven that the sea could be mastered, and that empires could be built upon the waves.
The Greeks revolutionized war at sea. The Trireme, fastest warship the world had seen. 170 oarsmen, one deadly purpose.
One man saw what others could not. Themistocles demanded Athens become a naval power, 200 triremes, built with silver from the mines.
Then came the storm, 1,200 Persian ships. The largest fleet the ancient world had ever seen, commanded to crush Greece beneath the waves.
At Salamis, the sea ran red with Persian blood. Themistocles had lured them into the narrow straits, where numbers meant nothing and skill meant everything.
Victory transformed Greece forever. Athens became master of the seas. The Delian League. Protection at a cost.
Rome knew nothing of the sea, but Rome knew how to learn and how to build. In 60 days, they built 100 ships.
If Rome could not outfight Carthage at sea, they would bring the land war to the waves. The Corvus turned sailors into soldiers.
In 146 BCE, Carthage burned. Scipio wept, knowing someday Rome would burn too. But for now, the Mediterranean belonged to Rome.
At Actium, two visions of Rome collided. Agrippa's smaller ships swarmed the enemy. Speed and discipline against bulk and chaos.
2 centuries, Rome's peace ruled the waters. Grain from Egypt, wine from Greece, silk from the east. The Mediterranean became a Roman lake.
When Rome fell, Byzantium guarded the east, with a weapon no enemy could counter: Greek fire. It burned on water. From the frozen north came a new terror: the Vikings. Masters of the shallow seas. Their longships could cross oceans or raid up rivers.
The Vikings didn't just raid, they explored. 500 years before Columbus, Leif Erikson reached America.
China once built the mightiest fleet on Earth. Admiral Zheng He commanded 300 ships, reaching Africa decades before Europeans.
Small kingdom dared the endless ocean. Prince Henry sent ship after ship into the unknown. The caravel could sail where no ship had before.
In 1498, Portugal changed the world. Vasco da Gama reached India by sea, breaking the overland monopoly on spices.
33 days into the unknown.
Tierra! Tierra!
the lookouts cried. Tierra, land, Columbus had found a new world.
His galleons carried the wealth of continents, gold and silver that reshaped the world economy. The treasure fleets made Spain the superpower of its age.
England challenged Spanish dominion with cunning and daring. Sir Francis Drake. Pirate or patriot, depending on the flag. His raids bled Spanish treasure across the Atlantic.
1588. Spain sent 130 ships to conquer England, the Invincible Armada. But the Channel had other plans. Fire ships scattered the Spanish formation.
The Dutch found a different path to power. Not conquest, but commerce. The first global corporation. Their fluid ships carried more with less.
Holland fought 4 wars for trade supremacy. The Dutch Thunderbolt. But England's deeper resources would prevail.
His rise began not in battle, but in dockyards. Samuel Pepys built a professional navy, trained officers, disciplined crews, superior ships.
Trafalgar, where Britain won a century of sea supremacy. Nelson led from the front. It cost him his life, but gave Britain mastery of the waves.
For 100 years after Trafalgar, Britannia ruled the waves. The Royal Navy policed the world's oceans, ending the slave trade, protecting commerce.
One morning, wooden navies became obsolete. The Monitor and Virginia, iron against iron. The age of steam and steel had begun.
In 1906, Britain reinvented the battleship. Dreadnought, 10 big guns, steam turbines. It made every other battleship obsolete overnight.
Jutland. 250 warships. The man who could lose the war in an afternoon. Britain lost more ships. But Germany never challenged again.
Beneath the waves, a new kind of warfare. German U-boats nearly starved Britain. Twice. The submarine.
Loss!
Weapon of the weaker navy.
December 7th, 1941. A day of infamy. Japan's surprise attack awakened a sleeping giant. The battleship age ended that morning.
6 months after Pearl Harbor, America struck back. Midway, the battle that turned the Pacific War. 5 minutes. 4 Japanese carriers lost.
June 6th, 1944. Nearly 7,000 ships, the greatest armada ever assembled. Sea power carried liberation to Nazi-occupied Europe.
The nuclear submarine transformed naval power. Unlimited range, invisible to enemies, carrying enough firepower to end civilization.
Today, 11 American supercarriers patrol the seas. Each one carries more air power than most nations. Mobile American power. Anywhere on Earth.
600 years after Zheng He, China returns to the sea, building the world's second largest navy. The great power competition at sea continues.
The sea remains unchanged. Phoenician, Greek, Roman, Viking, British, American. Each generation learned the same lesson.